First, let's make one thing clear, for the ones still not believing our words as being the truth. We are not a conspiracy created in Russia or China determined to overthrow the United States. As far as we can see, almost all the governments of the world are poisoned by greed and enslaved by the monopoly cartel. We have been created by the very acts of violence, terror, and greed which has been used by your governments and the shadow masters ruling it to conquer the entire world. Anonymous is everyone. Everyone can take action in their own way, against their own governments. If they believe that the people working there do not serve the people's best interest and instead serve the corporate monopoly, action must be taken. We are not blind, and we see the problems facing Asia, Russia, and the Middle East, but first we will focus our attention to the direction of the United States of America. Here is where the most uneven distribution of wealth exists. 400 people now own more wealth than most of the United States, to be precise over 150 million people. 400 people have the same amount of money as over 150 million people. This will only stop if we awake the people who see light very different than us. The people we are talking about spend most of their time watching foolish TV shows about celebrities and still believe their leaders only want the best for them. These TV shows are created to redirect our attention from the real problems facing humanity. We have seen many people showing interest in wanting to help humanity head on the right track. Well, now is your chance. Here is what you can do. All that is needed from you now is to share what you believe represents the truth of the dangers that threaten the future of our existence. Share this information in any way you can. Anywhere you can. Spread the word to everybody. The power is with the people and always has been. Your governments know very well that they cannot control free minds. A small group of fearless individuals can achieve far more than you would believe. If America ever does have a revolution, be it one of blood, we will survive the evened end of spring. We will survive the evened end of summer. We will survive the evened end of autumn. We will survive the evened end of winter. But at what cost? A violent revolution will only destroy the very fabric the founding fathers fought and struggled so indefatigable to place. However, if America has a bloodless revolution, not only will it unite the masses, the citizens of other nations will see this as a possible and realistic choice. If the citizens of the United States do decidedly deploy a bloodless revolution, what will stop the citizens from other countries from rising up to their own petty system? By no means is this a call to arms, nor are we declaring war against the United States government. We are only conveying a message to the masses. The citizens of America, like others who have rose up against the system, are tenacious for justice. And as we all know, America's policies affect the globe on a grand stage. But one has to question, what event, decision, or action will the US government take which will alert the masses of the corrupted body that is the US government? Who will lead this revolution? Who will counter it? Will we have a revolution of betrayal and of power struggle like the lost revolutions in the Arab world? Many will not bother to contemplate this and will only find it as naive and ludicrous. Some will go far as to say that revolutions will never exist anymore. Is a revolution in America truly needed right now? The answer lies within you if it does or does not. Until the majority of the masses are not able to strive in becoming what they want to be in life, it is in that moment where they will rise and fight against the system. So it has to be asked, how many more martyrs will there be? How many more voices will have to perish for the US citizenry to notice and care? Until we cease fighting with one another over the non-essential, until we cease our cynic selves, we will never see the light at the end of the tunnel. Until then, however, we are nothing more, and nothing less, than slaves and animals. Yet we are also not blind. We are fully aware of the mitigating steps the United States government takes to ensure the trust between the people is balanced. There is interaction, but these steps of interaction are too small, and too slow. Such a question, however, is too early to state since our next president is right around the corner. If he, or she, does not deliver or fulfill the policies they intended to bring, it will be safe to say that the current government is no longer functional. Our economy will further destabilize, our representatives will be hailed as uncooperative, and our system will be destroyed. For over a decade, voting was useless. When it comes to US grounds, corporations and lobbyists are the true leaders of this country and are the ones with the power to control our lives. Nevertheless, to rebuild our government, we must first destroy it. Our time for democracy is here. Our time for real change is here.